Sixth hour. Look at your beautiful faces. I'm so disappointed that I don't get a chance to work with you today, but I am working on a very important task, which is trying to convince each and every one of you to look at taking an IB diploma program class in your 11th and 12th grade year. It's super important, it's super worthwhile, and I'd love to talk with you more about it. But today, what we're talking about on a Wednesday, not a Tuesday, is one, we would have talked about how you already have good practice on some social media, if you use it, typing longer messages, like on Facebook or Instagram, and other social media, typing shorter messages. And today we're working on some of the shorter messages, a summary, right? And then we'd look at this review question: what did the Emancipation Proclamation not do? And then what I'd like to do is just remind you of the Personal Project Fair tomorrow. We know that some people were not able to present at the fair, and that's fine. But those key check marks that we looked at. Before tomorrow, you want to have that cardboard backboard set to go. You want to print out pictures and those 5 sections that you typed out. And you want to put together a board you can be proud of, right? Because you're going to be standing in front of it. Then the timeline goes like this. Tomorrow, you get to school. At the start of the day, you bring your personal project stuff to your 4th period class, if they let you, or my class, or if it's really big, you just take it right to the competition. You go through 1st hour, 2nd hour, 3rd hour. You go to your 4th hour class. Midway through 4th hour, you're going to go to lunch if you're presenting at the fair. You want to eat, not fast, but you want to eat quickly, not so much scrolling on your phone, a little more chewing, so you can get to the competition gym as soon as possible. They don't hold you in the lunchroom. You can leave and go right there and set up. You'll want to have that personal project stuff with you in the cafeteria. Just lean it up against one of those brick walls and remember where you put it. So that when you're done eating, you throw your trash away, you scoop up your personal project stuff, and you head to the competition gym. You get set up, you get situated, and then you go around and start checking out all the really cool stuff that other students did. And then the different classes will come down, different people will ask you questions. You'll see your old favorite teachers from junior high, etc. So that's the Personal Project Fair. Swing by after school if you have questions. Okay? What we're doing today, first and foremost, is just reviewing the Emancipation Proclamation notes. Now, one thing that's in the gradebook is the Battle of Antietam assignment. That's new to the gradebook. You want to make sure that you either ask those 5 questions or posted a Flipgrid video. And then you start connecting the dots on why did we study this battle. Here's the big reason. Because Lincoln knew he couldn't issue the Emancipation Proclamation until after the Union had had a big victory. And even though Antietam wasn't a victory, the South did run away. So that's why the Battle of Antietam is important. That's why we did the assignment last week. That's why it's in the gradebook. Now, what you are going to be doing today is coming up with that assessment, which is a summary of the Battle of Antietam. Sorry, it's a summary of the Emancipation Proclamation. So this is the assignment that's on Google Classroom. You looked at it yesterday, and it has some very simple directions. It says, you must complete the notes sheet that we've been working on the last 2 days before you start. You should ask me questions via email, and you should read your paragraph out loud before you turn it in. Those are the things we're shooting at. So you're going to open up this assessment from yesterday. It's called the Unit 6 Assessment, Summarizing the Emancipation Proclamation. And your goal is going to be to write a summary of what the Emancipation Proclamation meant to the U.S. Civil War. Now, before you go any further, let's just review all the tools you have to make this a super easy assessment to do. First and foremost, you have the notes sheet that we've been working on the last 2 days. You're going to need this notes sheet open to be able to do this assessment. So you've got the notes sheet that we've been doing. We've been taking notes, and you've got those 6 boxes filled in. This is key. This writes the paragraph for you. So you got to make sure you have that. But then also don't forget, if you go to Google Classroom and scroll all the way down to the bottom, under the basics, is the agenda. And the agenda has all the notes we've taken this unit. Each one of these notes will help you write the paragraph. The start of the war notes. Define a border state. The Emancipation Proclamation. Open those suckers up and reread those. Then, when you look at the directions, they don't seem that scary. 5 to 8 sentences in the paragraph. Tell us your sources. Don't just quote stuff. You got to say where you got those quotes from. Answer these 3 questions. Why did Lincoln issue the Emancipation Proclamation when he did? What was he waiting for? What did the Emancipation Proclamation actually say and do? If you don't remember, it's on this note sheet. And it's on the agenda. Right there, Emancipation Proclamation notes. You have to use these key terms in your paragraph. And they're going to be easy to. Just make sure you bold them when you use them. And at some point, obviously, if you're summarizing the Emancipation Proclamation correctly, you're going to explain to the reader why this event was important. You're going to be scored on an 8-point rubric. It's going to be worth a lot in the grade book because it's an assessment. And then on page 2 is where you'll write your summary. So, just to review real quick. Personal project tomorrow. Email me if you have questions. The Battle of Antietam assignment. That is in the grade book. And if you have questions about it, let me know. If you need to turn it in, turn it in. And then this assessment should be done before you go home for the 4-day weekend. And I won't see you tomorrow except down at the fair. Email me questions. Be on your best behavior for Mr. Casperson, our guest teacher. Have a fantastic afternoon. Enjoy the sunshine.